Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Obsidian Foxglove. Enjoy. Hello everybody and welcome to the 4th episode of... Okay, hold on. I couldn't take myself seriously wearing that chestplate any longer. I'm sorry, I truly am. Anyway, hello everybody and welcome to the 4th episode of Kingdom of Daldar. I still haven't accomplished what I wanted to, which was fish out Neptune bounties. I think that's what they're called. I still haven't accomplished in doing that. I still haven't accomplished in doing that. However, I think I may make that worm compost block because I think, and this is all theoretical, but I think worms will increase the lure, and not just for fish but in general, and that's why I want to make it. So if I do at aquaculture, this block right here, the worm farm, yeah, it's simple enough. I could get right on to doing that, but I want to make that worm farm to make myself some worms to add onto my fishing rod in this tackle box, because that is an option right here, and I want to do that so I can increase the lure of my fishing rod. Now what I need for this was 4 fences, which is easy enough. I have plenty of wood after all. Do that, get those sticks, and now time to make some fences. I only need 4 of them, so only go around the craft 2 times, which will give me 6. Now I need a piece of dirt right here, and 3 planks, which I still have on me. So it went like that, and then this dirt goes here, and the planks here, and there we go. I got a worm farm. Now, the question is, what sort of block well, not block, but what sort of item do I put in a worm farm to get what I want? Is it the same as with a composter? Oh, maybe. I mean, that seems to be working out. Okay, and how does this work? Does it produce worms slower than what bone meal is produced? That seems to be the case to me. I'm curious as to how long this is going to take. If it's too time consuming, then this is going to suck. But in the meantime, I am going to go fishing. My iron rod here, my iron fishing rod, still has plenty of durability to it. Ooh, I just thought of something. Am I capable of crafting a chair? Oh, yeah, I am. Nice. Minecraft Dungeons. And it's very simple too. The question is, does it only take oak planks? Because I don't think I have any oak wood. Or can I do it with any type of wood? Well, can't do it with fir. Yeah, unfortunately it seems to be only oak. Do I have any oak wood? Of course I don't. Why would I? Do I have any oak saplings? That is also a big no. Oh my god, I need to empty out my inventory. Ooh, I got plenty of food on me now. I've totally forgot about that from my explorations. I'm gonna turn this 15 wheat into 5 bread. I don't even know how that happened. And that clears up some space. Drop off my carrots in there. One of these pickaxes, the shears, and that is now a full chest. I will have to expand my storage. That seems like something I should keep my eye on. But, oh, okay. I got worms now. That was not as slow as I thought. So, fishing rod, worms, and this will increase my lure, right? That's what I'm hoping for. I was gonna make myself a chair, but, well, there's no oak trees nearby as far as I know. After a bit of fishing, I came to a conclusion. 1, the worm I added to my fishing rod has a durability for some reason, so I guess there's that. And 2, the worm on my hook, or hooks, does in fact increase the lure, but only ever slightly. Like, it is an improvement, but not a very notable one. And 3, a third thing I learned, is that having a worm on my hooks increases my odds of catching more than 1 item at a time. And the worm doesn't just work with fish, because one of the times when I was fishing, I did fish up a tin can. If I go in here, and yes, I did expand my storage off camera. It's a bit more organized now. Only a bit more though. But I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh right. Here's the tin can that I fished up. It's in my inventory. I'm gonna fish for a bit longer, and once I've had enough of it, I am going to make a farm. And yes, I know, I already have a farm. It's right here, yada, yada, yada. Except what I want to do is make an actual crop, rather than sporadically placing crops and berries here. I want to make an actual farm like those you see in a village somewhere outside my walls here, which means, of course, I'm gonna have to commit more deforestation. However, I will be able to produce more food once I've completed doing so. Completed expanding my farm. And yes, I am missing one of my javelins. I don't know what happened to it. I was killing a bunch of mobs, and then I guess I threw it somewhere and didn't pick it up again because I'm down to only 3 instead of the stack of 4 I had originally. What's in this cave? I'm seeing a lot of coal and a whole lot of nothing. Alright then, this cave is useless to me, so I'm gonna climb on out of it and go back home. Because as I said, I'm gonna do a bit more fishing, and then I'm gonna commit deforestation by clearing out some of these trees for farms, which I think is worth it. I mean, as long as you don't over cut down trees, like as long as you don't over remove them, then clearing some out for a farm isn't a bad idea. In fact, clearing out woods or forest for farms is a pretty good idea, because the floor of a fort, oh my god, why does that keep happening? Anyway, as I was saying, the floor of a forest is chock full of all kinds of nutrients that plants need to grow and thus thrive. And so that's why back in the olden days, people would burn down entire forests to make said farms for their growing populations. Although I'm pretty sure doing that practice is what led to the American Dust Bowl in the Great Plains area, burning down a bunch of trees and turning them into farms without revitalizing the soil, and thus creating more dry topsoil that would then blow off and get displaced in the wind, creating piles upon piles of dust all over the place, essentially turning the Great Plains into a giant dirt desert. Temporarily, because that was fixed with a line of trees, but I digress. Back to fishing. Recent events have came to me, and I realized that ForgeLabs modpack is so broken that, you see how I'm at half health? Yeah, that was all done by an intangible zombie that I couldn't see or damage. In fact, that thing was on fire. There was no fire effect or anything, and I was getting hit by it, which has me greatly concerned, because what other mobs can be invisible and immortal like that? Because that was dangerous. I seriously almost died to a non-existent mob. Like, well, I guess it was existent considering I have its rotten flesh, but seriously, that's a huge problem. I've already cleared out a part, or rather a segment of the forest for my farms over here, around the back of my walls. And it's this area right here. I cut down, I don't know, maybe 10 trees in this area alone. And with that, I can now start making my farms. So, the first farm I'm gonna make here is a potato farm. So, if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do this, and then fill out each of these 4 quadrants with dirt, and then surround it with fir logs, then I will have my potato farm ready to be planted. 2, 3, 4. And now what's left is to fill this in and surround it with the fir logs. With all the soil down, it's time to surround the land with the fir logs. Oh, I don't like that. Break. Yeah, okay, okay, I'm gonna cut down this tree. I don't know if it's gonna break the farm with it if I do, though. Okay, good, it didn't. Anyway, Time to surround this with the fir logs, and then I want to go around with my other axe that I have in my inventory and strip these logs, because I'm not too big of a fan of the normal texture of them. They pretty much look like, I don't know, spruce wood? I think that's the correct wood I'm thinking of. But spruce logs, and I don't like it. Or maybe it's oak. Either way, they're not exactly uniquely textured, and I don't like their color. So I will strip these. I still can't believe that you can't strip logs with a shield in your offhand. It's so annoying. And oh, I froze. And it's complete. Now it's time to hoe the plot and then fill it out. With my potato farm up and running now, it's time for me to make my next farm, which is going to be, I think, wheat, because I don't have enough carrots. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't have enough potatoes either, but I still had a good number of them. As for carrots, though, I only have like a dozen of them, which isn't even enough to fill out a good portion of the farm like the potatoes were. And so I don't want to make a carrot farm just yet. Instead, I will make myself 1, 2, 3, 4 a wheat farm right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Expand this area out a bit more because I don't want the logs to look like they're dangling over an edge. And so let's fix that right on up. Sorry, fishies, but you're gonna have to deal with a smaller pond. And it's really too bad, but I need a farm. And my farm needs to look good. For me, of course, I'm the only one who would really care about it. But this is my world, and so I'm the only one who needs to care about it for me to axe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then take these logs all the way around like I did the first farm, and then I get to go around stripping them as well. I want to add onto my farms like these fence wall things. And that's what I have all these fences for. To prevent mobs from stepping all over my crops. And so I need to take this fence all the way around the stripped fir logs. The issue is, however, that I don't think I have enough fences to go around this entire thing. And my spruce trees are limited. I mean, I could always go to the spruce forest, but that is so much work. Although, oh, wait, no, looks like I won't have to. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm still gonna have to, because what I want to do is put a fence that goes up here, like a sort of pole, and one on the opposite end, and then I want to connect them with another line of fences that would then allow me to dangle a lantern over each of these composters to light up the middle of the farms. And so I will definitely need more spruce planks. 1, 2, 3. And I want to take this up 4 fences tall instead of 3. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I don't like the lantern being that close to my head in Minecraft. But I digress. I'm going to have to go around cutting down my spruce trees, potentially venture into the spruce forest to gather the materials for this project of mine. Alright, I got plenty more spruce fences. It's 128 plus 30, so I have 158 fences. Hopefully that'll be enough to do what I want to. Do I have any blocks on me? No, of course I don't. I only now emptied my inventory, so okay. Put this block. I'm gonna need another one, ain't I? Of course I am. Let's grab this one. It looks out of place here. And so with this block, or rather these 2 dirt blocks, I can now increase the height once more and do the same on the opposite side as well. Now I connect the 2 sides of the new additions to my farms with fences that hang over the exact middle of them, bisecting the 2 plots into 4 pieces all the way over here. And then I want to add similar height poles on each of the 4 corners as well. And then connect all of the pillars together with a new perimeter. which is what this is. This is a perimeter, except the perimeter will be on a higher level, a higher Y level. And so let's get to that. That's 1, 2, and then I can simply connect them like that, and do that all the way around my 2 plots of farmland. The next step of my farm is to put a roof on it. I want to put a roof on this thing. And to do that, I'm going to have to begin off by building my way up. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then hop on off, and here we are. So, now, it's time to get started on the roof.
And like that, my farm is now complete. Both the potato and wheat farms. Although, if you look at it, obviously there's some missing crops. Yeah, I'm missing wheat and, well, I already filled out the potatoes. There's that, I guess. But this potato farm is incredibly efficient. I can now mass produce food. I mean, look at all these. 11 potatoes, and now 15, all from this one crop. Toss out the poisonous potato because it still doesn't have very many practical uses, and we can't compost them for some reason. So over time I will fill out my wheat farm, and soon I will expand out my farm over there closer to the water once I have enough carrots to do so. But to do that, I need to tear up this farm right here and replant all the carrots I have. I meant to say carrots earlier. I can't believe I messed that up. I called them potatoes. But I only have 8 carrots, so I need to plant them next to my berries for now and wait for them to grow, so I can eventually fill out a 3rd farm. Oops, I accidentally plucked up one of my berry bushes. Place that back there. And that's really it. That's everything that this video is going to comprise of because, well, just because. Anyway,
since I have my 2 farms complete, my potato and wheat farms, that is the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night, a good day, a good afternoon, or a good whatever it is for you, whether it's dusk or dawn. Goodbye, everybody. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and comment to boost it in the algorithm. And if you vibe with my content and want to see more, subscribe.